Are you ready to step into the shoes of a legendary car salesman who averaged 6 sales per day for 15 years? Joe Gerard's secrets are about to become your secret weapons. From charming your way into any conversation to turning a hesitant customer into a lifelong advocate, this book is your golden ticket to sales stardom. But wait, there's more. Dive deep into the psychology of persuasion, decode the hidden cues in body language, and learn how to close deals with finesse. Whether you're selling cars, widgets, or dreams, Girard's timeless wisdom will transform you into a sales Jedi. So grab your notepad, buckle up, and get ready to rewrite the rules of selling. Because after this video, you won't just sell products, you'll sell experiences that leave your customers begging for more. We are going to discuss Joe Gerard's book, How to Sell Anything to Anyone, today. Let's get started. It's about how important it is to treat customers well. It says that making customers happy can help you sell more. Here's an example. A customer who plans funerals came to buy a car. The author asked him how many people usually come to a funeral. He said about 250 people. Then, at a wedding, the author found out that around 500 people came. This means about 250 people are friends or family of the bride, and 250 are from the groom's side. What the author is trying to say is that most people know 250 others who are close to them. These are the people they invite to big events like weddings and funerals. If someone is famous, they might know even more people. For salespeople, this means you should be nice to every customer. If you're not, and a customer leaves unhappy, they might tell all 250 people they know. Then, those people might decide not to buy from you. So, it's important to remember that one unhappy customer can influence a lot of potential customers. When a customer comes and makes you upset, and you're not nice to them, they might feel sad. You might think it's not a big deal. But that person knows about 250 other people. They'll talk to those people in their lives, and they'll probably mention you if they're unhappy. Then, those 250 people might decide not to buy from you because of that. On the other hand, if you make a customer happy by giving them a good product or service, they'll say good things about you to those 250 people. And maybe, those people will want to buy from you too. So, it's important to treat every customer like they're special. We're going to learn more about these sales secrets in different parts. So make sure you pay attention to the video all the way to the end. If you're in sales, have worked in sales before, or want to learn about it, this video will be really helpful. It's got all the tips and tricks anyone in sales might need. Number 1. Convert unknown people into your customers. When you start in sales, you begin by selling things, like cars or insurance. At first, selling a couple of items is easy. You might sell a few things to people you know, like friends or family. But the real test for a salesperson comes after selling to those close to you. What do you do when you run out of people you know? You have to reach out to strangers. Start by making a list of potential customers. Think of people you interact with regularly, like the person at the grocery store, the gas station, or the clothing shop. These are people you can approach to sell your products. Next, let's talk about selling over the phone. Often, salespeople get a list of potential customers they don't know. Most of these people won't want to talk to you. So, what do? You need a reference. People are more likely to talk if they have a connection to you. Here's a technique. Call someone and pretend you're calling about a product they ordered. For example, say you're calling about a car they ordered that's ready to pick up. They'll be surprised and say they didn't order anything. Apologize for the mistake, but then ask if they're interested in what you're selling. This way, you get a conversation started and a reference for the future. Don't trick or cheat people. Just use this method to introduce yourself and your product. Another way to reach people is through letters or emails. But don't just send ads. Send messages that solve their problems or celebrate special occasions like birthdays. This way, you send 12 mails a year, one each month, without any ads, just good wishes. Number 2. Make the customer a winner. It's important to sell to people who really need your product. Some salespeople think their customers are silly because they seem to waste time and don't buy anything. But that's not a good way to think. Customers are just like us. They work hard for their money, and when they shop for big items like cars or TVs, they might feel nervous. They worry that salespeople only want to take their money. Sometimes, customers leave and don't come back because they feel pressured. Remember, you can't sell to everyone, only those who really need your product. Selling is tough, almost like a battle. Customers might see salespeople as enemies, and salespeople might think customers are time wasters. If this doesn't change, both sides will keep feeling like enemies. But if you try to understand your customers, ask about their worries, and solve their problems, you can win them over. This way, everyone wins. The customer gets what they need, and you earn your commission. Make sure the customer leaves feeling smart and happy with their purchase, seeing you as a friend, not just a salesperson. Number 3. Stay away from office gossip. Talking to more customers usually means more sales. If you don't know who to talk to, use old customer lists or even a phone book to find people. When I started selling cars, I didn't wait for customers, I reached out to them first. I used the phone book to find people to call. Don't waste time with people who just chat all day at work. You need to focus on making sales. Remember, your job is your own business. The more effort you put in, the more customers you'll attract. Gossiping costs you money because it wastes time you could spend making sales. Ryder decided to stop gossiping and start looking for new customers by making calls and sending letters. You might not see results right away, but keep trying. The more you do it, the better your chances of finding new clients. Number 4. Sell smells. The writer mentioned that the first time he drove a Mercedes, it wasn't his, but he was at the showroom with a friend. He fell in love with that car, even though he couldn't afford it at the time. He promised himself that he'd buy it one day. After a test drive, he couldn't forget the experience. Months later, when he could afford it, he bought that same model. Can you sell a coat without letting someone try it on? No. So, whatever you're selling, let people experience it. The author always does this. It makes customers want to keep the product. Even if they don't buy right away, they might return because they remember how good it felt. Joe Gerard used to let people just drive the cars without talking much. He believed that the less he talked, the more customers would enjoy the car and convince themselves. Salespeople want customers to connect with the product and share their likes and life problems. This helps build a relationship. During a test drive, customers often reveal what they need, which helps you sell. In showrooms, you can try out phones, TVs, and more. Testing leads to buying. If they want a long test drive, let them. It'll make them grateful and more likely to buy. As a salesperson, you want to sell your products. That's the goal. Thank you, friends, for joining us in this book summary journey. It shows that you share our passion for reading. If you're interested in more sales book summaries, please drop the book titles in the comments. We'll work on them and deliver the summaries promptly. If you have friends in sales or lead a sales team, make sure to share this video with them. Stay tuned for more insightful content. Thank you.